Hi, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing, Wednesday the 19th of July. So looking at the chart, we see a reasonably unsettled picture, although improving from what we have had. This occluded front over us, it's the midday chart, and sort of these trough lines up to the north. Going ahead over the next few days, tomorrow, fairly low pressure still, so it might be a bit unsettled, but no frontal activity over the top of us. So hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll have a few reasonable soaring days ahead. Winds today, about 15 knots at flying height, fairly west towards the south coast, a little bit north towards the centre of the country, so fairly northwesterly at about 15 knots. And the sat pic doesn't really show the progression of that front all that well, but it does show a fairly cloudy outlook at the moment, with no obvious clearance, although out to the west upwind it is a little bit clearer than what we have over us at the moment. Rain radar is just picking up some spots of rain, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue today. You can see what there is pretty much all downwind of us now. Your rainfall forecast then, as we go ahead throughout the day, is showing some development here mid-morning. Looking further ahead into the afternoon, it's showing sort of continued development of just some scattered showers, but in our area and just upwind of us does look reasonably dry. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of an issue. We may just get the odd shower here and there. Public forecast is showing pretty cloudy all day with that spot of rain late afternoon. Otherwise, top temperature of 21 degrees. Pretty much westerly, swinging around a little bit northwesterly as we go into the afternoon, but also lightening. Quite humid at the moment with that low cloud base, but looks like it's clearing up in the next few hours quite nicely. GFS is suggesting top temperature of about 21, maybe 22 if we're lucky in this area, with dew points set at around 13, so reasonably damp. And that's the current view outside, fairly low clouds, just got this layer of sort of stratocumulus over the top of us at the moment. It's looking northwest, and you can actually see just the edge of the clearance there. And this is Newbury that we have now, and you can see out in that direction, it's looking a bit clearer, so hopefully that will be with us. And not too long. Current temperatures 14.5 degrees and dew point of 12, so quite close together at the moment. And Dave Masson updated his forecast, basically saying it's going to be reasonable later, but more towards the South Downs and the Sussex coast. So if you can get down there, there's probably some good flying to be had, but less so in the Lasham area, as it's probably going to be a bit too cloudy. Farnborough's currently showing a few clouds at 1,200 feet. This was half an hour ago. And the forecast basically saying it's going to be slowly lifting, so scattered at 3.5. And they put a prop 40 in here, that's quite early this morning. And they've also put a prop 30 here of rain showers, and that's this morning till early afternoon. So that's your potential flight distance on top Meteo today, showing not standing in the Lasham area, actually showing quite good out to the west. Otherwise, not lots to be had. Thermals, by about midday, it's showing not a lot, but convection's about 2,000. Go ahead a couple of hours, you see it's going up to sort of 3,000 or 4,000 feet, and it's going to be cumulus all day by the looks of it. And it's showing some potential over development here as well, certainly later into the afternoon. Your site forecast for today. So it's showing thermal strength to be about, well, really peaking at about 3 knots there at 2 p.m. Certainly not going really very well until 1 p.m. by the looks of this. And usable height about 3,000 feet from 1 p.m. onwards, potentially 4,000, saying until right up until 7 o'clock, although it is showing here very weak lift at that point. Okay, NOTAMs, there's not a lot to affect. Number 40 is article dropping at Abingdon. 44 was west on the green is active today. 37 is just an amendment to this restriction here, but it's saying any restricted area temporary will be notified by a separate NOTAM. Otherwise, 30 and 31 is some paragliding out to the west, Westbury. Otherwise, not really a lot in the local area. Okay, so operationally, it's going to be a standard setup on 2.7, launch point here. Winching on the south side with the cables, probably not too far back, somewhere like here. As that northerly component picks up throughout the table, we'll need some correction on the winch launches to the north, and otherwise aero towing off the north side of the runway as normal. I doubt we'll need a grid today, so if you want to go flying, just bring your glider to the launch point. We do have a couple of jet movements today, so that's, just bear with me, we've got a 727 arriving at 1 p.m, then a 737 arriving at 15:30 local, and then potentially a PA31 going out at 4. That's pretty much it. Hopefully it should be a straightforward day. See you on the airfield. Bye for now.